So yesterday, Speaker Pelosi continued to politicize reopening of our schools, launch more baseless smears against the Trump administration. It's not worth playing. And by the way, during a heated exchange on The View, Joy Behar went so far as to claim Republicans don't care about children or education. Take a look.
To sit here and say that Republicans don't care about education or children is just ridiculous.
Well, then why do they keep defunding it? Why do they keep defunding education? Every time I turn around, it's less money. I was a teacher. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, Megan?
I was not a teacher. I'm not a teacher. But again, I think that I think what's exhausting is coming on the show every day and being told that Republicans don't care about anything. We just want people to die. We want children not to be educated. Nothing matters. This is a crisis in this country right now. I have friends who have been calling me absolutely panicked about their kids not being able to go back to work and go back to school in September. And we all have to collectively come together and stop coming into this show every Monday after a break and saying, oh, it's Republicans' fault. It's not. This is America's problem.
Also breaking tonight, California's two largest school districts, Los Angeles and San Diego, announcing they will begin the year with full distance learning, in other words, online. Here with reaction, Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. Been reading a lot what's been happening in Europe, but I'm not a doctor. What are your thoughts?
America's going through a rough patch right now, Sean. Some people seem to be enjoying it. Maybe they just hate America. Maybe they just enjoy watching the world burn. I think some are liking the chaos because they think it gives them a political advantage. Part of that chaos is being caused by our schools closing. For our kids, we need to open them. I can promise you, for many of our kids, keeping these schools closed is going to hurt them far worse than the coronavirus can. France, Germany,
go ahead, sir.
Denmark, Austria, Vietnam. Even Vietnam has opened their schools. And they've done it safely, and we can too, and we should too. And if I could say one other thing, I know some people in good faith disagree with me, and I respect that. Let's have the debate. But there are some people who want to keep our schools closed because they think it gives them a political advantage. And they're using our kids as political pawns. And to them, I say unashamedly, they can kiss my ass. That's wrong to do that to the kids of America. Not the people in good faith, but those who are just enjoying the chaos because they think it's going to help them in November.
Well, there's a lot of, and I make the distinction, for example, there are honest people that are protesting, real injustice, for example, in the case of George Floyd. But then the group, we know, Black Lives Matter, well, we have some leaders on tape saying atrocious things like, what do we want dead cops and when do we want them now? How do you think this plays out? Because to me, defunding the police is real. Biden now joining the new Green Deal and plagiarizing Bernie Sanders' extreme socialist agenda. The police are the enemy have now become the enemy of the people, and defunding and reallocating he supports. I would think safety and security has got to be a top issue now.
Well, I think education and opening our schools is a perfect example. There are some Americans who think it's unsafe. I disagree with them, but I'm willing to have that debate. We can talk about how many other countries have done it safely. But I'm convinced there are also a not insubstantial minority of people who just like to see our schools closed because it creates more chaos that gives them a political advantage in November. And a pox on their houses, man. You shouldn't politicize our children. For many of our kids in America, our schools are the only stable things in their lives. These people, the cynical people who are using this for political fodder, man, they have no soul, to use our kids like this. Now, that's not everybody, but those who are using it for political gain, well, I said what I felt about them.
All right. Thank you, Senator. We really appreciate it.